Credit cards don't usually ruin people overnight. They do something far more dangerous. They slowly change how you think, until one day you don't recognize your own money habits anymore. Credit cards are often sold as a symbol of progress, convenience, security, rewards, freedom. Swipe now, pay later. For decades, they've been marketed as a smarter way to manage money, build credit, earn points, protect purchases. And on the surface, it sounds reasonable. After all, millions of responsible people use credit cards every day and seem fine. So where's the problem? The real risk of credit cards isn't obvious. It doesn't come from irresponsibility alone. It doesn't require missed payments or maxed out limits. The danger hides in something more subtle: how credit quietly rewires financial behavior. To understand why, we need to go back to where credit cards came from and what they were designed to do. Credit, in its earliest form, was simple. You borrowed money when you truly needed it. You paid it back as quickly as possible. Debt was temporary and slightly uncomfortable. That discomfort was intentional. It acted as a natural brake on spending. Then came the modern credit card. In the 1950s and 60s, banks discovered something powerful. People spend more freely when they don't feel immediate pain. Psychologists later confirmed it. Paying with cash triggers emotional resistance. Paying with credit reduces it. Credit cards weren't just financial tools, they were behavioral tools. And once banks realized this, the system evolved rapidly. Over time, credit cards stopped being emergency tools. They became lifestyle enablers. Limits increased. Interest was delayed. Rewards were added. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" people started asking, "And can I put this on my card?" This was the turning point, because credit cards don't just lend money, they blur the line between earning and spending, and that blur has consequences. When you spend cash, something happens. You see it leave your hand. You feel the loss. With credit cards, that signal disappears. The brain registers spending differently. Studies consistently show people spend 12 to 18% more using credit than cash, even when they intend not to. Why? Because the cost is delayed, and delayed costs feel smaller. Over time, this trains a dangerous habit. Spending becomes disconnected from income. You're no longer spending what you earned this month. You're spending future money without realizing it. That's the first hidden risk. Most people believe discipline is a personality trait. It's not. Discipline is a system. Cash forces discipline. Debit forces discipline. Credit removes it, not intentionally, but structurally. When consequences are delayed, decisions weaken. You don't think, "This reduces my savings." You think, "I'll deal with it later," and later becomes a habit. This is how credit cards quietly damage financial discipline, even for responsible people. Here's where things get uncomfortable. Many people pay their credit card bills on time. They don't miss payments. They don't drown in debt. Yet, they never seem to get ahead. Savings stay flat. Emergency funds remain incomplete. Investing keeps getting postponed. Why? Because credit cards create invisible leakage. Small purchases feel harmless. Rewards justify spending. Monthly statements normalize debt. Nothing feels urgent until progress stalls. The breaking point isn't bankruptcy, it's stagnation. Over time, credit cards normalize living slightly ahead of income. You adapt your lifestyle upward, quietly, and once adapted, it's painful to reverse. This creates a constant background stress. Bills arriving later, mental math around due dates, balances that never fully reset. Even when money is manageable, it occupies mental space. That mental load reduces clarity, and reduced clarity leads to poorer decisions. This is the hidden cost nobody advertises. You've probably heard the fixes. Just pay it off every month. Use it only for rewards. Build credit responsibly. These aren't wrong, but they're incomplete because they ignore the behavioral impact. Even when balances are paid off, the spending behavior often remains inflated. The problem isn't interest alone, it's how credit changes the relationship with money. That's why many people feel financially busy, but not financially secure. Today, credit is everywhere. One-click payments, auto-saved cards, buy now, pay later. The friction is almost gone, and the same pattern repeats. Increased spending, reduced savings, delayed investing, constant financial pressure. It's not because people are careless, it's because systems shape behavior, and credit systems are designed to encourage use, not restraint. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Credit cards reward convenience. Wealth rewards discipline. The two often pull in opposite directions. That doesn't mean credit cards are evil. It means they require conscious control, not autopilot use. Without structure, credit doesn't just borrow money, it borrows future discipline. Credit cards are behavioral tools, not neutral tools. They influence how much you spend, how often, and how carefully. 2. The biggest risk isn't debt, it's stalled progress. Many people stay okay financially while never moving forward. 3. Discipline requires friction. The easier spending becomes, the harder saving gets. A warning to think about. If your financial system relies on willpower alone, it will eventually fail. Strong money habits come from design, not motivation. And credit cards, by design, remove friction. That's why awareness matters more than rewards. If this made you rethink how you use credit, you're already ahead of most people. In the next video, we'll break down when credit cards actually help and when they quietly hold you back, using simple rules you can apply immediately. If you value calm, ethical, and realistic money education, subscribe to Money Science AR, because understanding money isn't about fear, it's about clarity.